So a little bit about Taurus season. We are coming into it. It runs from like April 19th or 20th through May 20th.
Correct.
And all of the zodiac seasons are ruled by a planet. And we're ruled by Venus.
Yes.
In Taurus.
Yes.
Which is love.
Super feminine.
And beauty.
Yeah.
And money. And all of those things.
Lots of money.
Yeah.
Lots of money. Taurus, they're all about the money.
Right. They're also an earth sign, which is, part of that grounded, steady, all about comfort, Taurus characteristics. And they're a fixed sign. So that means they're a little fucking stubborn.
Well, they're also represented by the bull.
They're also persistent and reliable.
Yeah. Practical, reliable, hardworking, things that, of the earth, right?
Well, I mean, this is a big shift because we're moving from Aries season, which is like impulsive and fiery, to Taurus, which is like grounded and practical.
Yeah, there's a lot of changes moving from season.
It's like a slow burn.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And the bull, if you think about what the bull represents too, bulls tend to be pretty docile, go about their way, doing their own thing. But if you piss a bull off, you better move. Same with Taurus. If you piss them off, let them cool down. Just step out of their way. They don't get angry easily, but when they get there.
In my younger years, I wanted to go run with the bulls.
Oh, yeah. No desire. None.
I don't feel that way now, but I did when I was in my 20s. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go do this. I want to run with the bulls.
I feel like if I was at the very front of the pack and like I ran, it would be like a short amount, and then I would just want to be up in those balconies.
What do you have to do to be the person in the front of that pack?
I don't know.
Where's the hierarchy? How does that happen?
And isn't it true that like while you're running with the bulls, people are also throwing tomatoes at you?
What?
Yeah.
It feels unnecessary.
I think that's the tradition. It has something.
That to egg on the bulls? Like, God, I hate that produce.
It's because the red. Yeah, they see red. So it's like you target the people with tomatoes. And I mean, we should probably look into this a little bit more, but nothing about running with the bulls. Because it's in a specific place in Spain too.
Right.
A specific town.
Pamplona.
Yes. Anyways.
It all comes back to like Spain, Portugal.
The bulls.
It keeps coming back there. Anyway.
The bulls. Okay, so who are some famous Taurus folks?
3 that I looked up. Adele.
Yes, yes.
Lizzo.
Okay.
And The Rock.
Yes, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I mean, there's also some other ones in there like Zuckerberg, but we don't need to talk about him. Yeah.
And also rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth II.
All persistent, hardworking, stylish,
creative women.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we should just talk about the women. I mean, Dwayne, we'll add him into the mix. He's got 2 girls. He is definitely in touch with his divine feminine for sure.
100%.
Yeah, so we'll throw him in the mix. He's good energy. I'm down with Dwayne.
I know.
I'm down.
I know.
I'm down with The Rock.
Well, he's also bald, and you have a thing for the bald men.
I do, and he's Maui, and I love Moana.
So,
plus I love him with Chris Rock.
Is he your like celebrity hall pass?
No.
I feel like we've talked about this, but I can't remember who it is.
No. So they've kind of changed over time. Jason Statham.
As they should.
Jason Statham is one of them. And I really, really loved Channing Tatum, but I'm kind of about that now. Still good looking. His energy is changed and shifted. Who I had a huge crush on. Huge. And I think it would still exist. It definitely would still exist if I saw him out and about. I probably would faint. Is
throw tomatoes at him and run at him like a bull.
Josh Hartnett. I've thought about what I would do if I was in the physical space with Adele. When I went to see Lady Gaga in concert, I would not stop yelling. Like I just needed her to feed my energy. Yes. Like the whole concert, I was just like, oh my God. Like Jillian was like, can you please shut up? like I'd be singing the songs, but even when she was just talking, I just was in awe.
Well, that was a cool concert too, because her grandmother was
her grandmother
from West Virginia.
Yes, her grandmother lives in Morgantown, which I'm always. Do you ever be driving and you're like, I wonder if I'm driving by anybody famous?
No, but no.
Oh. The other day I was going through Allentown, next to Mount Washington and what have you up in.
There are two Allentowns.
There are two Allentowns. Not Allentown where the office is based out of.
Mount Washington, Allentown.
Or is that? No, that's Scranton. But Allentown and Scranton are very close to each other. But Allentown is a little sub neighborhood within Pittsburgh. It's like near Mount Washington, Mount Oliver, Beltuver. It's up on the top of. If you've ever been to Pittsburgh, where the inclines are, that is the whole ridge right there. And so Allentown's up there, and there's a very, very good and famous restaurant, A La Familia, and Will Ferrell was at it the other night.
Oh, really?
Right when I was there. Did I see Will Ferrell? I did not, but I was very excited to see.
What would you have done if you had seen Will Ferrell?
I probably would have yelled, "You're my boy Blue," or "I'm going streaking."
Just throw yourself.
Or you must be from the South Pole. You're an angry elf.
Angry elf.
I love Will Ferrell. I think he is.
I do too.
His energy is also so good. So some of the themes for this particular Taurus season in 2025 is to take more time to live in the moment and enjoy your personal life.
It's all about comfort and care and art and beauty.
And I think that message is so true. I think, I have found myself in these first 3 months moving into this fourth month of the year. The first 3 months were a challenge. It was a hustle. It was a lot of chaos. I felt a lot of chaotic energy. And I'm ready to move into the spring where it's a lot of focus on me, my family.
Right.
Being in that present. That's come up a lot with us, is just being present in this moment. And I think it's so important because we get so caught up in the day-to-day work and kids and life that we forget, because it's just not top of mind to make ourselves a priority and to be enjoying this personal experience that we're having on this earth.
Yeah. I did make some notes about how this Taurus energy affects individual signs. And it's really interesting because I did it based on the fixed versus the cardinal versus the mutable signs, right? So for the fixed signs, which are going to be Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, this is all about lessons and flexibility and growth, right? Taurus, it's your time to shine, quite clearly, right? Like, this is your season. This is where you feel comfortable. But also, they can intensify their stubbornness a little bit when we have the sun in Taurus, right? It's one of those things that I think when we enter our own sign, our own sun sign, everything's a little bit more amplified.
Right.
If you've ever felt an existential crisis, like have you ever had like a product that was discontinued that you absolutely love, like a Bath and Body Works set from 2005, and then it's no longer there anymore? But it's there's people that it's like, nope, I cannot live without this scent. You might have a strong Taurus placement somewhere in your chart. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Or makeup goes out of product.
Right. So for fixed signs, this is a great time for growth, but also it can be a little bit triggering of a time. But when we're triggered by stuff, that's a place that we can heal. So I would say that's like the big message for the fixed signs, is to lean into the growth and just allow yourself to feel that comfort that Taurus season brings, and the discomfort as well for some signs. Because like Aquarius is a fixed sign, but they're all about that rebel spirit, and they're going to clash hard with that Taurus energy.
Right.
So this is not going to feel necessarily like a comforting time for the Aquarius friends.
Right. Whereas there are some, like you've already mentioned a few, but there's different signs that are compatible.
Right.
And mix well with that energy. And then other ones that, you might just be going into this knowing that there's some lessons that will present themselves, but that is a challenge is never necessarily a bad thing. So,
well, the cardinal signs, which is going to be Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer, are going to feel, they're going to be pulled to be patient. So they might be really good at initiating stuff during this season, but maybe not so great at the follow through because Taurus season is asking them to be patient. And for, Aries, like slow down the impulsiveness, right? Like we're doing, it's that slow burn, that move from Aries into Taurus season. And for Cancers, they can feel really supported and seen in this season because it's all about security and home. And the Libras, well, their indecisiveness might get them a little bit, but
you don't say.
It's all about the aesthetic. So for Libras, this is a good time to have care. And I will say, I pulled a card this morning and it was the Knight of Cups. And all of the messages that I was downloading were about care. Take care. Take care with yourself. Take care with your body. Take care with how you do things, how you love on people, and romanticize your life. Like I just kept getting a very strong message of take care right now.
And I think that take care can also play into like the material aspect of our lives and our homes too, because not only does Taurus season kind of fall in line with spring cleaning, but going through and looking and re-envisioning your space, re-envisioning how you feel when you walk into a space. So it's a good time to take stock of what you have, maybe what you don't have, and that self-care can come into, I need to revamp this space. I need to revamp my dishes or whatever, my cups. There's things that we use all the time. And I know that it sounds kind of funny, but when you get a new set of something, it can completely shift.
Yeah. It can shift how you do things.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like when you look at your pans and you're like, I need a new set of pans. Like this has had a good life, but the life is now done. Right. Goodbye. And then you're cooking with it's like a new energy that you're bringing in. So this is a good time to take stock of that as well. And just kind of do that, walk into a room, spend some time in that room, figure it out, revamp it, and then come back and then go into another room. And I love that feeling. I love that feeling of, dusting stuff off, cleaning it up, and giving it a new life. I do a lot with the kids' rooms where I will not necessarily go out and buy anything, but I will reshift furniture from one room to another room, and it gives it a completely new vibe.